This bloody handprint on a front door in a grove in Ladywood is where police believe that Bashir Mohammed spent his last moments before he was killed by who a court has said today was 3 men. But it wasn't murder in the end, and the jury found them guilty of manslaughter. Birmingham police were initially called to Fulham Road in Sparkbrook following reports of disorder and shots fired. A spokesman for the police at the time said that there was investigating the reports at around 3:40 on the 22nd of April 2021. A home suffered minor damage from a suspected arson attack, and also gunshots were heard in the local area. No one was injured, and they are currently looking into the investigation, and they requested that people contacted them if they knew of any information. It was less than 1 hour later that Mohammed would be found in Ladywood in Shilton Croft at 4:20 on Thursday the 22nd with a stab wound. A murder investigation was launched, and the police started to try to gather any evidence to find out who was chasing Mohammed in his final moments. The victim, Mohammed, was pursued by cars through Birmingham and then chased on foot, and he was stabbed in the arm and bled to death in Ladywood. CCTV inquiries quickly identified Tasharat, aged 24, and 26-year-old Ifzaal as being among the attackers. Tasharat from Wenlock Road tried to flee the UK for Pakistan the following day, but police detained him at Birmingham Airport before he could get on a flight. They arrested Ifzaal, who lived on Ombersley Road, 3 days later in Dover as he tried to get on board a ferry and was intending to leave the UK. 32-year-old Raza was arrested on the 10th of May from his home in Oldham Road. The court heard that just before the 4:20 AM murder, Mr Mohamed was involved in a shooting on Fulham Road, where a shotgun was fired at a house and the front door was set alight. He ran off and robbed a car at gunpoint in Ladywood Road in a bid to escape a group of men who had emerged from the property and were trying to chase him. He stole an Audi and he was chased by a Nissan Note, and at times he was being rammed by them as well. He crashed on grassland near Ashton Croft, and Mr Mohamed was cornered in Shilton's Croft by the men. Other men had also arrived at this time in multiple cars to try to help with the chase, and this was when he was stabbed. Audio from a nearby Ring doorbell caught the moment one of the attackers shouted, "I've killed him," before the men all ran off. The 3 of them were charged with murder, but following lengthy deliberations at Birmingham Crown Court, the jury were unable to reach a verdict. All 3 of them admitted manslaughter, and Tasharat, Ifzaal and Raza were jailed for 11 years, 10 years and 6.5 years. A 4th man was cleared of all involvement, and they believe that there are 3 other men who have fled the country, and they are working to find them and bring them back to the UK. Detective Inspector Laura Harrison from the Homicide Unit said there was some kind of dispute between the 2 groups, and it escalated to where a car was deliberately rammed into a dessert shop in Ladywood Road last May, and we believe this prompted the attack on the house in Fulham Road, and the fallout Mr Mohamed could never have predicted. He was chased down and fatally stabbed, and due to the amount of people that was involved and also the cars that were there at the time, they was unable to determine who exactly was the fatal attacker. And one other male was arrested in relation to the Fulham Road shooting, and he's due to stand trial for gun possession later this year. So this story definitely highlights the dangers that are associated with any sort of attack like this, and anything that can go wrong will. I'd like to hear people's thoughts and opinions on the manslaughter convictions. So really appreciate you joining me for this episode, and my condolences to the family of Mohamed. And please don't forget to send your stories to news@scarcitystudios.com, and also check out for the latest updates at scarcitystudios.com. Peace.